to her home. This is Kinza in the motherland. Bare feet dancing on her own red sand. Got a house, got a heart, got a handful of plans. Oh, she's building every sunrise, write a brand new line in a story that was waiting in the soil to find. Kinza in the motherland, hand in hand.
Good morning, YouTube. Hello, guys. Hello. It's your girl, Kinza Babe. I'm here in my coop, my chicken coop with my babies. Okay, they're getting so big. They're all babies to me. Okay. I feel like you have to be a mother in order to take care of these chicks. Okay, if you're getting into poultry. What is it? That's my hair. What is in my hair? Gel. Sorry about that, guys. Interrupted by the bad hair. So I'm here, and so a guy came for the 100 of my chicks, and he wanted day olds, and I was like, listen, if you don't have no experience and you start in poultry farming, start with a little older, because if you don't have the experience, it could be he wanted that much to brood for the first time. I'm like, listen, brooding those chicks is like having a baby. You have to be constantly checking. It's not easy, so my advice to any farmer, get them like how I got them 5 weeks, and that's what I told him, and that's why he went with those, because they were 5 weeks old. I have more. I just hatched. I don't even know how much came out. They're still hatching. They started like the day before yesterday. One always come early. Some come really late. So it takes like 3 days. I have to move them down, but I have to go call my driver again, who got lost and wrong the last time picking up my cage. So I have an installer coming to put up another cage, but it's a brooding cage for me to brood my babies. So I have new babies. I don't know how much, because they're not completely hatched. There's late stragglers, there's early ones, and there's the one that come in the exact 21 days. Anyway, I have new babies, and then next week I'm going to have more, and then next week because I'm doing on a rotation, because I need to get them hatched. So these ladies back here are eating. I can't wait till they get to the age so I can put them out there and let them give me some eggs. Then hopefully I'll get to fill these cages for me to have some laying hens. Anyway, I have to go feed and go upstairs to get something put down here again and call the driver. I'm giving water. They already have their feed. Let me show you guys. So I clean, wash them, disinfect them every morning now. I give him meds. I give meds. Now I am going to give them the water. So I have to go. These ladies are waiting for their water, because they drink a lot of water in the seat, especially in the seat. And now that I have these out here, they're drinking a lot of water. They've been drinking water, but now it's even more. So I'm going upstairs to get a ladder, and then I'm coming back. I have to go call a driver to find this place to bring this installer to install my next cage. Kakra. I'm doing it one step at a time, and it's been going well. Look at Matilda. She always looking more food. This grass ain't enough for her. She wants chick feed. She wants cat food. Look at her looking at the chickens. Matilda, I'm talking about you. I have no food for you here, Matilda. There's plenty of grass and bush for you to eat. Go on. Look at her. Scoping out everything. Guys, I'm out here again. Well, I've been out here. I just was, oh, look at they have some eggs. I have to go in there already. It's only like, 9:30 or something in the morning. But I have to go. I came down here to get some soap that I left down here. I'm washing those jerry cans. Remember those jerry cans that I cut to make planters? And it's a good thing I did that because I need big ones to plant my cashew trees I got yesterday from putting. As you saw, if you watch Super Shadi's channel, you'll see he was talking about it on his channel because we were over there together yesterday. But I found 2 cashew trees. Remember the cashew trees that we were eating cashews? Man, you guys, if you ain't see, go over to Super Shadi's channel, super_Shadi233, and look, and you'll see me over there eating cashews. Well, that cashew tree, I look and I found some trees because I did have a cashew tree when I bought those other trees that I have there. Let me show you. When I bought those lemon and what other one? The Allegheny to green back there, the big trees. That cashew tree would have been big by now, but it died when I was doing construction. So now I got 2 cashew trees, but those cashew trees is going to be big. So I have to plant them. I have trees down there coming. Maybe by where those lemon trees are. I have avocado tree over there, another soursop tree. Because eventually I want to expand this chicken coop. And God forbid I have to move this my passion fruit. God forbid I have to move this passion fruit. So to give me enough space to expand the chicken coop, I don't want to plant big trees. Up here is so dry and hard. I'm gonna have to start planting trees over here, but I'm gonna have to water them daily until they're really rooted. Those cashew tree has big roots and they're down deep into the earth. So I plan to put the goats down there so I don't have to hear them. Nobody has to hear them. I might put that cashew tree over here because it'll give a good shade. So either I expand in here for storage, like those mulch and stuff for a little storage. I don't know yet, but I think I need to move the goat pen down here. But all of that gonna come later. So the cashew trees has to go in a container until I figure it out. As I expand, because I know I'm expanding, I'm already expanding. They're coming today with the brooder cage. And it continues, right? So I have to go and clean some of that manure out and bring out here. So I need some place. I was going to put the bags. I see people like throw the bags out in piles. I don't know how long it had to sit to cure a little, or if it has to dry out. I was going to throw them out here in this rubber, but then I think about the goats, the chickens messing it, and it will be a mess. So, any advice on how to store my manure? We've been keeping them in bags, but I don't know because sometimes when I take them out the bag, it smells like ammonia. That's why I still have dirt up there sitting, because I mix the manure in the dirt. And I've been planting in it and nothing has happened. I don't know, some of the plants has been looking like it has and I did make the liquid fertilizer, but it could be over watering. So I'm only watering, like just now I water. I'm not going to water only the seedlings that needs water. I'm not going to water again for the day because I think last night it rained. I was hearing thunder, but I didn't hear much rain. But it was thundering a lot and wind were blowing. So I don't know. But boy, Matilda is something. She just was fighting me to go through the gate. She know the gate now, and now she wants to go out there all the time. So I'm waiting. Let me go call the driver again to see if they're on the way with my brooding cage. I have to go get my soap so I could go up there and wash these. No flowers. I didn't see no flowers yesterday because they put out a lot of fruit. And the trees regulate themselves for what they could handle, right? Look at these fruits. They're coming. Look at those little ones. They're coming. I get excited because I bought today on my break. I'm going upstairs to make some winter green drink. Soursop drink. I bought soursop yesterday from the store, but they crush them. They don't pack things correctly, you know. They put them in with all the other produce that was heavy, like bags of onion, crushed, and they were ready, ripe to use. They didn't think, okay, these fruits are soft. Why are you going to pack them in with these heavy things? So they crush all my stuff. So now I have to go through and cipher if any soursop is left intact for me to make soursop drink. But look at these new fruits. They come so fast. Look at how big they're getting already. And these are the older ones. Maybe they're not going to get... Remember, I have 2 trees down here. It was 3. And then I add 2. But those 2 that I added was young. They ain't ready to produce. But the other 2 should be producing. So these are 2 different trees. Look. Those came. Those up there don't look like it coming. That one might come, but it's so exposed. I'm gonna protection from the sun. So those, oh, a flower opening. Maybe this one will open today. So most of the flowers done already open, and if you don't have more than 2, then it's going to be hard. So later today around 3 is when I gonna know if any flowers open. So I'm looking to see if I have any young fruit coming from the last set that I pollinated. That's why I come down here to check. See, these ones are coming, but I think this one is from the old one. I think I have some young one. See, that one is from before. These are big, but they grow so fast. So all these on this side that I pollinated, I don't see some young ones coming. There's a big one from the last time. I know they have to be, but they're hiding. They're hiding. I can't wait to make passion fruit drink, but today I'm making... See, none of these came. Soursop drink. Soursop drink today. When I take a break, but I have chicks. I haven't even taken them out the incubator yet. They're in there brooding for a while, and some still hatching. And I'm waiting for my guy to come to set up a new brooding system here for me. These ladies has been slacking on the eggs, so that's why. And I don't know if one of them stopped being fertilized, because I'm getting less eggs, they're eating the eggs. So I have to be on top of them, which I have to go in there right now. But let me go get the soap from in here. See you guys soon. So these are the jerry can. Now I'm washing dirt and oil out. I tried to get some of the oil, most of the oil out with the dirt, but now I'm washing it with some bleach and some soap, so I could start planting. I have these bougainvilleas to plant. I have cashew trees, which I'm keeping them in there so the goats don't eat them. I don't think they're gonna eat the cashew trees, but just to make sure they don't eat them, I put them in a room, which I have to go clean out in there because the goats keep going there now. I keep in the cat food in there. Whew. So anyway, I'll be planting again soon. I'm giving that dirt chance to sit and catch itself, and then I'll put the soil back in. I replenished the soil. That's what I did with manure, and I'm putting it back in the pot so the plants could get the natural nutrients from the manure. So those are you saying I don't need fertilizing, I have manure on my property. I do use the manure, but you guys ain't seen when I mix it in to the dirt. But what happens after months of being in a container, and so the plant is feeding from it, it's in a small container, you have to fertilize. That's why I make the liquid fertilizer. You have to fertilize plants in containers because the soil is limited. So to keep them bright, nutrient, and growing happily, you need to replenish the soil with fertilizer, food. So I clean my jerry cans. You guys might be wondering, why are you wasting your time putting soil, getting oil out? The oil could choke the plant out, so the plant don't need cooking oil. So I have to clean them out properly before I put good soil in here. You understand? So all the oil is out. I wash it with soap and bleach. After I took most of the oil out with the soil absorb it. You ever, so you guys know about baking. Every time I do my soil, right, I have to come back with that baking analogy. Every time I'm working with soil, because it reminds me of working with flour, right? When you baking, you know, you put that, you grease the pan and you flour it, right? Well, that's what I did. I greased the container and I flour it with soil to take all that grease out. So I coat it and it absorbed the grease, and I clean it out. That's the way I did it. Got that? Dirt, absorbed grease, clean it out properly, or else it'll choke out the plant. So it's getting hot here. I'm going upstairs to, this pan is going to stay here because I have to come down and put holes, but it's getting hot. I have to go turn off my pump. That noise in the background is my pump, guys. I'm going upstairs to make alleguinta green juice or soursop juice, soursop drink. That's what I'm going to make right now. Okay? So these jerry cans has to stay here until Super Shady is supposed to come back and help me sweep down here. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I can't be out here. It's too hot. It's too hot. He had to go to Putin, but he's supposed to come back in a little bit to help me sweep down here because I've been doing a lot. So I could continue my planting. So I have my cans now to plant my cashew trees and my other trees. Okay, going upstairs. See you guys soon. Guys, I'm sitting here. Oh man, nothing ever goes right. Oh, if you watch my previous video, I went to purchase a brooding cage for my chicks because I have the old chicks coming. I decide to purchase the cage because of how I'm doing it, right? Well, let me tell you. Remember the last time the driver was lost all around and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. But now, yesterday we went. You remember my last video we went? The day it was still Salah or Ramadan. They were celebrating, so nobody was there. So the boss, which is Chinese, sold me the cage saying come back today when people are there to load it and to deliver it and to install it. I said, okay, installer gonna be there here tomorrow. We coming tomorrow. I said, this is my driver. He come in for it. He's gonna be the one. My driver was there. The car was there. I had to pay him 50 cedis to come and it wasn't there. My God. This morning, he went, he found it good because he know the place, but they load it and the installer didn't come. So I don't have the tool to install it. They have some special tool that they install the cage with. They're supposed to install it. Why did they tell me come back today? Where I could have taken it yesterday. If I were going to install it myself, I don't know nothing about installing. I don't have I could have probably figured out how to install it if I had the tools. The staple little gun thing that they use to install it. But I don't have that. I'm not an installer. I don't have those things, those tools and wires to install it. I tell you, nothing never goes straight right. Okay, you pick up your equipment. I pay for it. You pick up the equipment. The installer need to come. Simple. Now I have my chicks. I have to go figure out how I'm going to brood them back in the little wooden thing that I made. My plans for the day, my chicks are in the incubator brooding still. I tell you. Anyway, I called a guy. He said he don't know anything about it. He looked like he's the manager, the guy who I've been dealing with, but the bosses who was there yesterday, none of them was there. He said he gonna get back to me. I called him a while ago again, no answer. I know he gonna ignore my call now. It's like business, customer service. I know I have to do, and I gonna do it. What you gonna see? No, did I be sleepy in the beginning? You're still tired from the hatching. It ain't dry. It been in the water. It's sticky and it's stepping on it. When they hatch funny and they ain't dry good, you see the stepping all over it. See some of it. I don't know if you're going to survive. 18? So this is the cage, guys. It's here, but not put together. All the pieces is here. Huh? How much? 32. Okay, let me continue. Guys, I came back here in my chair guarding the cat food. So, the cage. At least I got my, you see, you always have to have a backup plan. And that's why I wanted to do it Friday or Saturday. And then Super Shadi had something else to do. And I was like, then the holiday. That's what he would keep telling me. Oh, they ain't gonna be there. And then, because of the Ramadan, you never know exactly what day or something like that. But, I don't even know the holidays here. But all I know was the holiday, and he's saying, no, they ain't gonna be there, blah, blah, blah. So, end up going Monday. They say they ain't had nobody there. Okay, come tomorrow, they're gonna have people here. Bring this same driver who was there with us when he said tomorrow. Driver came, no installer. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not crying over it. I'm just saying, always have a backup plan. Because things don't always come true here, okay? Things fall, things drop. So always have a backup plan. Anyway, I'm looking for, still I have a couple people that are interested in the work, but I don't know. Tomorrow I'll see. Maybe they'll come by and we'll see. I'm waiting on a phone call from somebody who I know have experience that might fit. They'd say they could do, and they'd say they'll do until it's another story, until they get enough. And then when they get enough, they leave. Anyway, but things are moving along. After I get this brooding cage into place, then I could consistently, because my last guy called me already for more chickens, and I don't have, you know, when you don't have, then you lose, right? You go to somebody else. This cat. Anyway. Hey, get down. Who's child? Anyway, I'm here sitting cooling off because I was down there doing the brooding, putting in the new chicks. I still have more there that might hatch. I'm going up there to see if they're going to hatch, giving them more time, if they could get out, because I think the humidity in the brooder that be up high, and I control it with my AC. If my AC is on, it drops the humidity. If my AC is off, it raises the humidity. Guys, this is how I control my humidity in the incubator. You know, people have to control it with the water. No, I control it with the AC. So the thing is, they still shrink wrapping. A lot of them still not hatching and dying in the shell. So I don't know if I need to increase humidity more in the beginning. Did I say later on, when it's almost time, that's when you increase? But some of them die in the shell. So I don't know why they're dying. I opened some of them and it looked like they shrink wrap. I don't know why they're not coming out. They're surviving. But hopefully I get a couple more out the shell and they survive. And I was trying to get at least 50 out of this batch, and see if I could go from there. You know, I need to fill my mother hens. That's why I need to fill, so I could get more hatching, and that's how I'll produce. Okay, enough of me and my poultry, right? People are here for what? Building. What else? People watch me for. Anyway, guess what I made? I made soursop drink. Okay, soursop. Yesterday, and I went to the store. I bought those soursop, and they got crushed. But they wasn't. Sometimes when you buy soursop, they get fly maggots or worms in them and stuff. Especially some of them, like if you buy them from the roadside or the market, they ain't fully full. When we call the fruit full when it's ready, you know, they pick them. We call it buck. They buck them before they were ready to pick, and before they could have ripe on their own. So I was lucky. But what I did was I picked the ones that was getting soft, but they crushed them. That's the only thing. So I was able to make me some soursop drink. I ain't had no tea today, so I'll have some soursop drink, and that's gonna be my dinner, believe it or not. And then that's it. So guys, I'll close the video here with all the noise in the background. You hear? Let me show you guys. Well, Matilda, look at her, and her babies are catching whatever. Well, Matilda been had it. Now the babies have it on their face, and I have to give them more medicine again. The spray helped Houdini, but it's the rash, mange, I think it's mange. It's still there. I have to give them another injection. You see, they come to the cat water.
Every sunrise, write a brand new line in a story that was waiting in the soil to find. Kinza in the motherland, hand in hand. Puss on the porch, tail touching.